Hi Capricorn, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your August 2021 love reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is we'll look at the past energies, present energies, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all those, we'll actually pull some oracle cards for some additional insight. That's where the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, and on the right side we have the Tarot of Sexual Magic. And also keep in mind while I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left is your energy and the cards on the right is the other person's. If you feel more like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have 10 of Staves, Sagittarius energy, 9 of Arrows, Gemini energy, and Justice, which is Libra energy. So for some of you, it could just be as simple as saying that maybe during Gemini season, you guys might have had a falling out with this person, and then you actually came in to restore the balance in the connection. But for a lot of you, given that this is 12th house energy for you guys, I feel like this is saying for a long time you might have been building yourselves up to approach this person, and then I feel like you would eventually get stuck in your head. Maybe you even get some kind of signs, maybe through your dreams, or just some synchronicities that were kind of nudging you forward to reach out to this person. And I feel like this is saying eventually you probably did do so to restore balance in a connection. Alright, and past energy on their side, we have the 8 of Wands. So this is Sagittarius energy here too. And obviously this is a flowing form of communication. So for some of you, I feel like it could just be one of those things where maybe for whatever reason you felt like you couldn't trust this person, especially if they have Sagittarius placements in their chart, because usually if people have placements in their 12th house, you might have a little difficulty trusting them sometimes. But yeah, you might have found, for example, let's say you thought they were a little bit too forward with the way they were approaching you, and maybe that threw you back a little bit, so you weren't sure, okay, can I trust this person or not? But yeah, overall, looks like they definitely had a lot more confidence in the situation in the past. Alright, present position on your side, we have the 5 of Arrows, Aquarius energy, Love, which is the equivalent of the Lovers, which is Gemini energy, Illusion, which is the equivalent of the Moon, and Wisdom in reverse, which is the equivalent of the High Priestess. So seeing these, especially given that this is Aquarius energy here, this could just be saying that possibly with the full moon we just had in Aquarius, you guys might have come to the realization in one hand that, you really do feel like, all right, I'm really into this person. But then at the same time, I feel like there was still that lack of trust, right? And feeling like, you couldn't rely on your intuition. You might still be asking yourself, okay, can I trust this person, right? I feel like that could be something you frequently revisit. And then what stands out to me here is like we saw in the 9 of Arrows energy in the past for you guys, we saw like the angel symbolism, and it looked like they were nudging you to reach out. And here it almost looks like they're like, okay, you know what, you're on your own. So I feel like this is saying one of those things that if you've been getting signs for a long time, that are telling you, yes, you can trust this person, yes, you should reach out to them, but you've been ignoring them, could just be one of those dynamics too, where maybe you're going to stop getting those signs, So that's what I'm seeing there. All right. Present energy on their side, we have the Sun. So again, fiery, playful, vibrant energy, right? So it feels like this person at the very least has a lot more confidence toward this connection, where it looks like I said, it looks like you guys are getting stuck in your heads a lot around the situation. So, and I don't know if maybe even their confidence might be part of what puts you off, right? Like, okay, why are they so confident? Why I'm having all these fears, right? So it could just be one of those things where that might even raise your suspicion even more, but that's primarily what I'm seeing there. I will say in the past and present, it definitely looks like their energies are definitely straightforward, and I feel like it's what you see is what you get type of energy there. But for whatever reason, like I said, it looks like you guys might be really stuck in your head around the situation. All right, future energy on your side, we have Grace, which is the equivalent of the Star card, so Aquarius energy again. We have the 3 of Coins, Capricorn energy, and 9 of Coins, Virgo energy. So, seeing this card come up here, again, we see, obviously, angel symbolism once again, and I see them pulling you out of the fire, right? So, if for whatever reason, maybe even you guys self-sabotage, right? Because that's what that five of arrows energy can point to. I feel like this is saying you will be given that second opportunity to build things around the connection. And if that's the case, this could just be pointing to a timeline saying that as we get toward Virgo season, that would be when you actually have that opportunity. Um, I would say too, another good time could be toward the very end of Leo season, because this could be pointing to that second full moon in Aquarius. So, like I said, we just had that first one. We're gonna have a second one toward the very end of Leo season. So it's rare to have two full moons in the same sign, but that's what we're gonna get this year. So watch out for that time too, and that might actually give you some clues as to how you could actually work on building the connection back to something stable. Now, for a small percentage of you too, you might just decide to stay single. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. All right. Future energy on their side, we have the Five of Swords. So this is Aquarius energy here, and you guys have that in the present. They have it in the future. So I do have to say, I have to just warn you that if you guys do make some kind of a move that could be a bit of a self-sabotaging thing in the future, whereas we see, they were pretty confident and straightforward, I feel like they might bring some of that energy back your way. It's possible, at least, but I will say in this deck, the Five of Swords doesn't as much point to conflict and deception as much as it does to actually taking a risk, taking a chance. So, could just be as simple as saying that, like I was saying, especially if you guys did go through an issue with this person during that first Aquarius full moon we just had, by the second one, you guys will have the opportunity to repair the connection. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Ace of Arrows. So yeah, I feel like you guys are going to get some insight around what the situation is. For some of you, it might actually be during that Leo new moon, because it's going to be square Uranus, which is in your fifth house. So that energy there might actually help bring some things to light. It's going to be a bit of a tricky energy, so I definitely wouldn't recommend, if you did, for whatever reason, have a falling out with this person around communication, that new moon probably wouldn't be the best time to address it, because I feel like that could just lead to more miscommunication. But yeah, if you get any insights around that time, you could probably trust those. All right. And the bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Chariot. So this is a major arcana card for Cancer, which is your opposite sign. So I feel like this is saying that they actually had the intention to, you know, make this a serious connection between the two of you. Well, like I said, it definitely looks like you guys had your doubts and suspicions. I don't want to say that Five of Swords in the future is representing like a self-fulfilling prophecy in that regard, because I do feel like it would be minor. Like I said, that even if you do something in the present that really rubs them the wrong way, if they do come back with something like that, I feel like it'll just be a minor blip on the radar. I don't think it's going to be like a never-ending pattern that you guys go through with the back and forth. So that's what I'm seeing there. All right. Moving on to the Oracle cards. First, we'll see if we get anything for Aqua Moonlight deck. I did pre-shuffle this deck before I started recording, and I'm just going to be looking for jumpers here. So I'll be looking for unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. And if I shuffle for a while without anything coming up, I'll just move on to the next Oracle deck, but occasionally we get extra messages here. So we'll see if we get any. Okay, got two that came out there, and next we'll see if we get any from them to you. Okay, got one here too. All right, so let's see what we got on your side first. Okay, we have Forbidden. There we go. It says, even though we shouldn't, I still want you. So that's interesting there. I'm not seeing on either one of your sides that there's another connection at play. So I don't know. Maybe if this is someone you work with or something like that, or maybe they're a friend of someone, or maybe they dated one of your friends, I should say, in the past or something like that. I guess that could be a potential reason. But Other than that, I'm not really seeing how that would play out in this spread. All right, and we have clingy. There we go. It says feeling trapped pushes me away. Please give me some space. So interesting message there because I can see that potentially, so with that Eight of Wands energy, that does represent a lot of communication. So if that's just what it was, where maybe they were overwhelming you a bit, so that's where we see that Ten of Staves and that Nine of Swords energy, right? Could just be saying that, maybe you felt a little overwhelmed in that regard, and that could have been what caused you, if there was a quote unquote self sabotage moment, it might have been for that reason, where maybe you felt like they were just coming on a little bit too strong and it was moving too fast for you. So hopefully that resonated. All right, and on their side, we have pressure. It says, I have so much going on in my life and I'm struggling to juggle it all at once. Interesting message there, too, because I would say, if anything, that seems more like the energy that you guys might have been going through. Doesn't look like they have anything that was really blocking them from the connection, but maybe that resonate with a few of you anyway. All right, and lastly, we'll pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck here. Same situation as far as I pre-shuffled this as well, but I'm just looking for one card here with general advice, and then we'll wrap up. Got one. Okay, so let's see what we got. Okay, you guys have Here and Now. There's the artwork, and the number is 32. So at the very least, I would say the Here and Now makes me think of that Nine of Swords energy we saw in the past, or like I said, it looks like you guys are really getting stuck in your head, or at least you were in the past. So we'll see if this message resonates with those of you who are in that position. Okay, it says, being fully present in the moment, living one day at a time. The Oracle's message. Everything happens in the now, in the present. Only this moment counts. You have what it takes to handle anything today if you let go of the need to look into the future or reflect on the past. Be present and notice what is going on right now. This very moment has the potential for you to create miracles in your life. So yeah, pretty positive message there. And yeah, like I said, for those of you, if you were in that Nine of Swords energy, just really getting stuck in your head, overthinking the situation, hopefully that resonated. And then the relationship message says, it's easy to yearn for a love affair or friendship you may not have right now, one that is more romantic, more fun, more reliable, more passionate. The good old days are gone and a new day has dawned. Let your heart trust that you have everything you need right now, whether you have the relationship you desire or not. Tomorrow is beyond your reach. Yesterday cannot return. The now is all that is available to you. Stay present and aware in this moment as you cherish and approve of your beautiful self. You are a magnet for love. Spirit is madly in love with you right now. Did you know that? Turn to Spirit to feel the joy of love in the here and now. So interesting message there too, especially the part where it says Spirit is madly in love with you right now, because it does stand out to me that you guys have that angel symbolism in 3 different positions. So I feel like this is saying that even if you feel like for whatever reason you can't trust the connection or just love in general at this time, it looks like you do have that support from Spirit. So hopefully that resonates with you guys. We'll wrap up there and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.